Hi guys, today's video is on back pain, knee pain, and a healthy diet. Um, so when I first see a client, they might be sitting in front of me, and we've taken their height, their weight, and we can see from those statistics that they are in a high BMI range, which puts them in that kind of obese, morbidly obese bracket. And about 26% of adults now are classified as being obese. A little bit less in children, about 1 in 5 children are classified as being obese. And of those consuming over 5 portions of fruit and veg, similar stats, actually about 26% of adults will actually consume 5 more portions of fruit and veg. About 16% of children will consume that. So obviously diet's an issue. When we're looking at the loading of the body, we're looking at the stats, which, for example, if you're 25 kilos overweight, that's going to put 4 times that on your knee. So it's 100 kilos of additional pressure on your knee. Okay. So it's unsustainable. We can't be putting that kind of pressure on our joints and get away with it. In the lower back, it's when we're bending at the waist, when we're bending from the waist straight down and lifting a weight, and we're 25 kilos overweight, that's up to 10 times. That's 250 kilos of force generated in the lower back. Okay, it's huge. Okay, you're going to get back problems, whatever I do, if you don't account for that and try and change it. So the main ways that I tend to advise people to address their diet is obviously to move more, to eat well, but you can't outrun the calorie. You can't run the candy bar, as the saying, but you can't outrun the calorific intake. We can eat calories quicker than we can burn them. To eat a Malteser, it takes something to 1 or 2 laps of a football pitch to burn that one Malteser off. So you can obviously eat food quicker than we could ever burn it off. Okay, so exercise isn't the answer. It's diet is 80-90% of the issue, is sorting out the diet. Obviously, there are other issues that might hold you back. There are metabolic issues. There are underlying pathologies. There are all sorts of reasons. There are even your microbiome might be off. Okay, so there's all sorts of things that might hold you back, but we should still be making efforts to change things. So I tend to recommend a paleo diet, which is also known as the kind of caveman diet. This is a kind of, I'd say it's a broad area diet. You know, so many diets nowadays, but most of them come back to eating real food. Okay. I like the paleo diet because it gets us back to eating just unprocessed food again. So it gets us back to eating meat and fish and eggs, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, spices, and helps us to kind of avoid those processed foods, all that sugar and the soft drinks and grains. Grains are, huge in terms of our intake of grains. Very difficult to avoid them if you stick to the Western diet. So you're basically trying to have the base of your pyramid hopefully is going to be green leafy veg salad based foods. Okay. And what I quite like to tell people to do is to try and eat a rainbow. Okay, that doesn't mean eat your bags of Skittles. It means eat all the different colours of the rainbow. So we're eating tomatoes, carrots, lemons, papayas, spinach, kale, all sorts of different colours. Trying to get those blueberries, gooseberries, all sorts of things in there. They're going to give us that mixture of colours, because they each bring a different nutrient to the table. Okay. Preferably organic food where you can. A lot of foods are covered in all sorts of pesticides and herbicides and larvicides, fungicides, insecticides. I don't know if I repeated any of those too many times, but yeah, it's not good for you. So try and avoid non-organic food if you can. Way around that, if you kind of find that the expense of it is too much, then there's a list called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So that can help to whittle down some of those foods that you might be able to avoid buying organic and wouldn't be too bad for you. So mangoes, sweet peas, onions, sweet corn, avocados, they're generally pretty clean. They're not too heavily sprayed. Also, to the list there, I'll put that on there for you. Equally so, there are foods that are incredibly heavily sprayed, and you want to avoid those as much as you can, other than when they're organic. Okay, so definitely look to do that wherever you can. So I hope that is useful to you. Have a look at that kind of way of eating, that paleo diet. If you can't commit to going kind of fully paleo, then don't worry. It's trying to eat more real food. So if you're doing that, then you're doing yourself the world of good. So I hope you find that useful. Drop us a like, subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.